You can do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't.
In 3, 2...
Hey guys, what's up? I'm doing a video today, my birthday. Doing a video today to talk a little bit about something that I thought was unobtainable. Well, unobtainable again. I was diagnosed 22 years ago, and a year after I was diagnosed, I had to quit the career that I had just because, and it was in broadcast news. I quit the career for several reasons. Physically, I couldn't do it anymore. And I used to do a lot of live reports from the scene of news events. And, my brain cognition was to the point where I knew what the facts were, but I couldn't get my brain and my mouth to work together to explain to the listener what the story was. So,
well, it's this business of waiting for something to happen. That's what burns me up. And the fact that I can't remember the line burns me up more.
I didn't want to embarrass me. And secondly, I didn't want to embarrass the radio station where I was employed. So I had to walk away from that. And at that time, I had thought that I would never have a job again. I just did, because it was getting to the point where, well, I was using a wheelchair and had used it for 4 years before Ty Sabry came along. But I had thought I would never have a job again. But then in 2010, Biogen hired me as a patient advocate and as a speaker at MS seminars. And they flew me across all around the country. Loved it. Talking with people, and the various people that I met, I loved it, and I miss that. But in 2019-20, they let me go.
Screw you! You're fired!
And in 2020, I wouldn't have done any MS seminars anyhow, just because of the pandemic, but I missed it. And I was thinking, well, what's next on the highway for me, I guess. Well, I didn't know, but my wife encouraged me. She said, why don't you use your talent and come up with something? And at the time, she was thinking, well, maybe write another book, because I wrote one before. I was thinking, well, nothing really tripped my trigger big time to devote the resources needed to write a book, and that's a big undertaking. So, took the next step, and one of my talents was voice.
Public Safety Director Darren White says a check of the jail following the...
I thought I could talk, and I decided to make a studio for 2021 and start a voiceover business. Then it may be a flop, but I'm going to try real hard to make sure that's not the case. And the point of this video is you can do it. Don't let people tell you that, hey, you'll never be able to have a job again because you have MS, or you'll never be able to do this or do that because you have MS. To this day, I couldn't do what I did in radio because I can't read as fluently and speak as fluently as I used to, but that's okay. I can do other things. This voiceover thing. I sound incredibly fluent in doing so, but that has more to do with editing than voicing the spot. It just does. There's things that I could do to compensate for my deficits in other areas, and there's things you can do. That's what I'm trying to say in this video. Don't pay attention to people that will always say, oh, you got an incurable disease and you'll never be able to have a job again. But that's not true. Don't take that as gospel, and do what you want and what you can do, and the talents that God gave you, that you can do this, because I know I can do this.
Heard you sing in tongues of silver, heard you cry on
North on Sheridan, 10-4 and 2093.
loved you,
Going
but
there
you
first.
did not know
Got it.
So I don't